So, as usual, a conservative trots out the argument that if you raise corporate taxes, that the cost is only going to get passed to the consumer. And that's typical, all right? Somehow, it's impossible for these people to imagine that any of the cost of taxes would get passed to the shareholders or to the executives. It all gets passed to the consumer for some reason. Well, I know what that some reason is. It's because corporations have gotten too large and powerful and have too much sway over the markets and the government, okay? Corporations are far too powerful. Now, and the idea that people just take for granted this argument that corporate taxes are simply going to get passed on to the consumer. They know how powerful corporations are, all right? What better argument? Say, we're all powerful, you can't hurt us, all right? You can't touch corporations because they're too powerful. You know, that says something needs to change in terms of the amount of power corporations wield, all right? Now, I would be willing to forego all corporate taxes, all of it, okay, if we were to have a more progressive tax on wealthy individuals, and if we were to severely curtail the quote-unquote rights of corporations. Corporations are not people. Corporations should be bound by society to fulfilling certain functions and within certain regulations and rules regarding transparency. I don't believe corporations have the right to privacy. I think they have to maintain a certain level of transparency in order to be trusted, okay? There has to be a certain amount of transparency in order to establish the public trust of these corporations, because right now they have very little trust, okay? People don't trust corporations, and for good reasons, because they've got way too much influence in government and way too much dominance in the market, okay? So I would be willing to forego income taxes on corporations if the right would be willing to forego this idea that corporations are people entitled to rights, okay? Corporations should not have privacy. They should not have freedom of speech. They should not be able to advertise certain things. They should not be allowed to lie, okay? They should not be allowed to conceal, all right? Corporations are not people, and they have to be treated differently because otherwise they are too powerful to be trusted, okay? And I'd be willing to forego all corporate taxes and shift the burden to individuals if corporations were to be rendered far less powerful. That's all I gotta say for now. Thanks for watching.